I'm Tom Brown, I'm the events manager here at Eden in San Antonio. Now, a lot of people have been talking about San Antonio here in Ibiza in 2008 because things are changing. Now, I've been coming to San Antonio since 1994. I'm an Ibiza veteran now, and I've seen a lot of things happening here in San Antonio. It's gone through a lot of changes, but one thing that I'm particularly interested in that I think is really sort of leading the charge for the all-new San Antonio is Eden nightclub. This is actually our 10th anniversary year, so it was 1999 that we first started out as Eden, and there's been a lot of changes over those years, not least of which really is in 2008. We've put on a new lineup that includes somebody that was always for many years associated with Ibiza town, which is Pete Tong, Groove Armada. People like Eric Prydz, James Zabila, Nick Fanciulli, all these DJs have always been associated with the other side, the cooler side, apparently, of Ibiza. But now, these guys are now coming over to San Antonio, and it's changing completely. Right, so here we are in the main room here at Eden in San Antonio, and it's Friday. We're setting up for Wonderland tonight. That's Pete Tong's night. Special guest tonight is going to be Eric Prydz, and also in the Love Box room we've got Tom Finley from Groove Armada playing tonight. So it's quite a lineup, and we're expecting to be busy tonight. And what I was telling you about earlier on is all the state-of-the-art stuff that we've had put in the club. Over the last 12 months, there's been a huge amount of construction going on in here, and the club has been totally transformed. So the first thing that most people will see about the club is this, which is behind me. This is a video curtain, this is called. It's installed by a company called Microchunk in the UK, and this really is state-of-the-art stuff. This is the very first one to be installed in a club anywhere in the world. It's been used on a couple of tours for big rock bands and things like that, but basically this is a whole section of little LED balls that is hung literally all around the club here, and they can program this with two really powerful computer servers. They can put graphics on there, they can put videos on there, DVDs, they can put anything literally onto here, all kinds of stuff. We have two VJs that work in the console down here and work all night on this, and they just come up with stuff as the night goes on. And then on the far side there we have a slatted video screen at the end of the club, which again can produce visual images, as you can probably see now, but also we can put onto their graphics, logos. We can put anything you like. Anything that can be produced on a computer can go onto this system. And for a lot of clubs this is the way it's going to be. The old-fashioned sort of Parcan lighting system and the flashing lights and the twirly things, that's all going to disappear. The clubs of the future are going to be like this. They're going to have fantastic graphic displays that people will just be completely knocked out by. Alright, so we've now moved down to the DJ booth here in the main room at Eden. Behind us, well, we've got the main console here. Pete also brings in his own equipment as well tonight to play alongside all the state-of-the-art Pioneer stuff that we've got here. The 800 mixer that is just about the dream mixer for every DJ that comes here. We get occasional requests for other mixers, but not very many. This is the one that people want to use. And also the CDJ 1000's really reliable, fantastic machines, really good. We still have a turntable in there because occasionally people come in with a bit of vinyl now, but it's nearly all on CD. Aside from that, the whole sound system in here is by Martin Audio, and it's a state-of-the-art system, custom designed for Eden nightclub, and sounds absolutely amazing. And every day we bring in sound engineers to set up the system for each night, so we don't use the same sound system or the same sound setting for every night. We change it every night, but the DJ booth stays the same, and it's very flexible. Also, we've got the EFX 1000 just there in the background, which again is on pretty well most of the riders that we get here at the club. So as long as you've got Pioneer stuff installed everywhere, then you can fulfill just about every single rider. But like any sound system, you've got to tweak it, and you've got to keep your eye on it, and you've got to make sure that it's working to its maximum efficiency. And that's what we do here every day. We spend about 3 hours setting up the whole sound system, making sure that each night, depending on what sort of music is playing, because it might be R&B, it might be trance, it might be funky house, it might be electro, minimal, whatever we're playing, we make sure the sound system's set up for that style of music and for that night. Alright, so now what we've done, we've moved into the second room here at Eden. It used to be called the funky room, but kind of music's moved on a little bit now. And what happens is that most clubs have 2 rooms of music, or even 3 rooms of music. We've got 3 here at Eden. We also have another room, which we'll look at in a few minutes, called the White Room, which is just upstairs, and it's a smaller room, but we'll take a look at that later. Here in the second room. We probably can hold, I don't know, probably about 1,500 people in here separately to the main room as well. And tonight what we've got here for Fridays at Wonderland, it's the Love Box, which is part of the Groove Armada label. And basically tonight we got Tom Finlay from Groove Armada is going to be playing in here tonight. We've also brought in some extra sound system, as you can sort of see. Function 1 sound system, which is, again, is state of the art for all those people who know about these things. And then in the main box here we've got Pioneer equipment again, exactly the same DJM 800 mixer, industry standard stuff, and again, no complaints from anybody when you're setting up your systems like that. We've got Martin audio monitors in there, again with a full sub bass unit stuck inside there. And then all around we keep the decoration inside this room a little bit more minimal, because what we've got happening in the main room is so full on that in here we sort of keep it a little bit down. So it's a smoke machine, a couple of lasers, a few revolving glitter balls and a few little coloured lights, and it creates a fantastic ambience. Okay, so we've now moved into the white room here at Eden. This is like a room within the club itself. We've kind of enclosed this area here and turned it into, well, originally it was our VIP area. This was the white room VIP. So we have double screened glass all the way along here, which is completely soundproofed. Probably the heaviest doors you'll ever see in the world to get in and out, and when they're closed you just can't hear a thing, so the sound isolation in here is really good. And also we put a DJ console in here, which is just over here with monitors, and the way we've kind of laid it out is to make it so that the DJ is in the centre of the room, playing opposite the small bar, which as you can see is a really nice bar. It was the old original VIP bar, but now this has become a kind of a little party room in itself. And so it can hold about 200 people, 250 people in here. We've got a cracking sound system in here as well. And tonight what happens at Wonderland is that Charlie Chester and Joe Mills come in here, put on a thing called the Looking Glass. Wonderland, Looking Glass, Alice in Wonder, you get the link? So that's the idea, and of course you can look through here into sort of the main room as well. You can see everything that's going on into the main room while still listening to the sound system in here. Now if we come over here a little bit, you'll see that the guys, we're still actually making changes to the club. It's still only June, and things don't actually happen that quickly once the season kicks off, because the club's literally open 24/7. They operate 7 days a week. There's a day staff and there's a night staff. So the club is open permanently. It never ever closes from opening party, which is June the 1st, right up to September the 28th. This club is open every single hour of the day, doing something. So the people are either here during the day, sorting things out, or they're here at night, putting on parties and things like that. So it's a full-time operation. It just keeps on going. Inevitably, things go wrong, things need fixing, things need installing, and you can't, you just can't do it all the time. So even though we're still, 4 weeks into the season, we're still actually making things right and getting things better, tweaking it if you like. This is all the sort of the little snags that come out of a full winter installation. So we're still working on it, but by the time we get to tonight, this will all be put back in place. Nobody will know what's been going on here at all today, and it'll just be a great party in here again tonight. So that's the white room, the third room here at Eden, and that completes our tour of Eden, San Antonio.